Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 5:51 and Foghat with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be sunny with a high of 63 today. Tomorrow, sunny. That's a little loud. That's a little
much?
Little much.
How about that? Is that good?
Maybe.
Taking it down a little bit?
Taking it down. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 70. It is 33 in Springfield, 34 in Longhetto, Massachusetts.
Man, it's going to be hard to live that way, isn't it? Everything's got to change. Like the whole operation's got to change.
Well, we'll talk about it after 6 o'clock because there's some changes that need to be made here. I know these people have worked hard to get us in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not besmirching them. It's new. We need some adjustments. We'll get there.
I'm going to tell you about the biggest change that needs to be made. I haven't even mentioned it yet because I want to surprise you with it, but it's going to be a big problem unless we can get some changes made.
New candy machine?
Nope, not that. You're just going to have to wait and see.
All right, we will see.
Hollywood Trash brought to you by Western Mass Masons. Call them for all your foundation and chimney needs.
Somehow you still care about what's happening in Hollywood. So from Tinseltown, 3,000 miles away, it's Steve Nagle's Hollywood Trash.
Well, it was a deadly weekend as far as celebrities go. Country Joe McDonald has died at the age of 84.
How is this fish?
What was it? What do you mean?
Well, that was the name of the band, Country Joe McDonald and the Fish.
Oh, in the fish. Yeah, all right. Well, I only knew Country Joe McDonald. I wasn't familiar with the fish part.
Did the fish make any statement?
Doesn't that sound
really
like a fish?
It does, and it really hits you where it counts.
A prominent figure in the 1960s music scene passed away at the age of 84 in Berkeley, known for his anti-war anthem, I Feel Like I'm Fixin' to Die Rag. McDonald was a key player in the Bay Area music scene alongside bands like the Grateful Dead and Jefferson Airplane.
Now, if you recall the film, and I'm sure many of you have seen it, Country Joe is the guy that forced all those drug-smoking hippies to spell.
Oh, is that what it was?
I mean, try to imagine that. You've been smoking dope and eating the brown acid for like 3 straight days, and he's all of a sudden there's like a spelling bee.
Is that how it was?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Wow. I thought Country Joe was. If it hadn't been for him, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did he come from? Where did he go? If it hadn't been for Country Joe.
I think you're confusing him with Cotton Eye Joe.
Isn't that the same song?
Nope.
No, I guess
totally different Joe.
I'm wrong about that.
Different country.
Well, Country Joe's dead. That's all I can tell you right now. I have no other information.
And yet there are still guys from Sha-Na-Na still walking among us.
Is Bowser still alive?
No.
He died?
He died.
Wow. I remember my mother used to love Bowser. That was like her era of music.
Yeah, my parents too. They loved when Sha-Na-Na had that variety show.
Yeah.
Grease for Peace. They love that.
Yeah. My mother met him at up in Syracuse at the New York State Fair back in 1991. She was like, you should have seen my mother. She was all starstruck by Bowser.
Can't say I blame her.
No. American actor Jennifer Runyon, known for her roles in Ghostbusters and Charles in Charge, passed away at the age of 65 after a battle with cancer. Her death was confirmed by friend Erin Murphy in a post on her Facebook account. Runyon had a successful career in television and film during the 1980s and early 1990s, appearing in popular TV shows and movies such as Another World, Magnum P.I., and A Very Brady Christmas.
That was the good one.
That was the one that everybody remembers her for. Not Ghostbusters or Charles in Charge.
But A Very Brady Christmas.
I can't remember what she was on Charles in Charge. Was she one of the sisters?
You know, you're going to find this hard to believe. I did not see a whole lot of Charles in Charge.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I saw a lot of it, but I just don't remember.
I wasn't watching a lot of network comedies back then.
She retired from Hollywood in 2016 to focus on raising her children and was remembered fondly by her families and friends, including co-star Willie Ames. Well, I'm glad we got the note from Willie Ames.
Did Scott Baio have nothing to say?
Scott Baio's kind of in his own world.
Yeah, but he's not so unhuman where he couldn't show an emotion. some sort of mourning, some sort of, this is his loss as much as Willie Ames.
Well, yeah, where is his statement? Maybe he's nowhere to be found.
Behind what dumpster did they find Willie Ames?
I believe it was Benihana's in Birmingham. Yeah. Justin Bieber confronted paparazzi while leaving a restaurant with wife Hailey Bieber. The couple had been dining at Sushi Park. Oh, you ever go to Sushi Park?
I have not.
The water slide is amazing there at Sushi Park. Before being surrounded by photographers as they approached their vehicle, Bieber appeared visibly irritated and threw a water bottle in the direction of the photographers. Haley remained calm during the incident, and the couple left the area shortly after. The encounter sparked discussion about pressures faced by public figures in public settings. So, there you go. Do you feel like there's a little bit of, overmodulation in these things? Are you hearing that?
A little bit,
Yeah,
but it's,
maybe this guy can hear that while I talk. Let me do the next story, and then you can hear. We got top men working with us this morning.
We got one top man.
It's like 10 men,
He's one man
Yeah.
with the strength and knowledge of 10 men.
Yeah. And this place wouldn't be operational without him, for sure.
Good work there, Josh.
Yeah.
Good work.
He's giving the thumbs up. J-Lo recently shared relationship advice during a Las Vegas performance. Do you really think you'd be taking relationship advice from somebody who's, can't even hold on to a man for more than a few years?
That'd be like taking relationship advice from I don't know, Larry King or Mickey Rooney.
She has revealed that women do not need grand gestures from their partners. According to the singer, women simply want a little bit of sugar, meaning kindness and warmth. Lopez emphasized the women will reciprocate with love and effort if men show them simple acts of sweetness.
Unless you're Ben Affleck, then you can forget about it.
Yeah. She also humorously warned that giving women grief could result in a thousand headaches. Doesn't that reciprocate?
Yeah, isn't it a two-way street? If you give the man nothing but a hassle, don't you think? At some point he's going to say, "Yeah."
I would think so.
Enough is enough.
A new rumor suggests that Spider-Man may team up with Wolverine in the next MCU crossover movie.
Oh, boy.
The potential film would bring together two beloved Marvel heroes who have not yet shared the screen. While the details are scarce, the rumor hints at a collaboration between the web slinger and the Clawed Mutant. Though it remains unverified by Marvel or Sony, the rumor follows previous speculation about Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man appearing in upcoming Marvel films. They're using Tobey Maguire again? He's a little old to be Peter Parker still.
Well, no. Peter Parker and Spider-Man did age over time.
They did?
Of course they did. They had to.
Yeah, but he had superpower. I thought when you have the superpowers, you don't really age. You don't age out.
Have you ever seen Adam West, what he turned into? He became a feeble old man. Even when the bat signal was called, he had he had a. Christopher Reeve didn't age all that well either.
Well, Christopher Reeve had a lot of different problems,
Still.
Especially with that horse. More and more Kim Kardashian bikini pictures from her Turks and Caicos vacation have been trickling onto the internet, and some hawk-eyed observers have noticed what could possibly be scars under her bosom.
Really?
Reigniting speculation that Kim may have had some type of breast work done.
Wow. Well, she must have had something to say.
Oh my God, the last time I had work done was when Ray J used his clam hammer to renovate my epiglottis and that sex tape you can purchase on YouPorn for $39.95.
Caitlin.
Well, I never got that down and dirty with your mother, Chris Kim, but we once stayed at home and enjoyed some television and music.
Really?
First, we watched the fun sitcom Spunky Brewster. Then we watched the soap opera The Hung and the Breathless.
What else did you see?
Lastly, we watched the action show The Incredible Gulp, starring Spoo Ferrigno. And finally, it was time to cap things off with some music. So everything was mopped up and wiped down, and we poured some wine, got out the fondue pot, and got all hot and sweaty while listening to everyone's favorite 70s folk and soft rock singer, the one and only Mr. Jerry Spafferty.
Oh, he's good, that guy.
Oh, yes. You like Jerry Spafferty?
Yes.
Reminds me of your mother.
I'm not sure I like hearing that.
And that not your mother.
Oh, not my mother. Okay.
Kim. What do you forget the roles?
I was almost going to drop the gloves. We were going to go fisticuffs.
And that's your Hollywood trash on Rock 102. Ugh.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, Winter Storm headquarters before and after the storm.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, whenever I've sustained a painful injury, abrasion, or something that required surgery, I've always been certain to milk it for everything it's worth. I never went right back to work and continued my high level of productivity. What would be the point of doing something like that? Fall into that trap, you'll be expected to overperform every day, and frankly, I don't care to shoulder that burden. This is why I have a hard time relating to a guy like Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics. I mean, 1 minute you're blowing your Achilles out last year in the playoffs, the next minute you're making a significant comeback to the team after just 10 months. On Friday night, Jason Tatum made his season debut by nearly pulling out a triple-double, 15 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists, and the Celtics pounded the Dallas Mavericks 120-100. Yesterday afternoon, Tatum dropped 20 points and made the Celtics beat Cleveland 109-98. In just 2 games, Jason Tatum has already made an outstanding Celtics team that much more dangerous, as they now trail the Pistons in the East by just 2.5 games with the 4th best record in basketball. And here's the thing, I think they're just getting warmed up. But again, this is the sort of thing that separates a young man like Jason Tatum from a guy like me. When it comes to a medically induced recovery of any kind, I choose to go slow. Very slow. I didn't just get hopping back in the saddle after my life-threatening bunion surgery. I didn't pick up anything heavier than 10 pounds after my vasectomy for a full 9 months. Nor did I do any heavy walking after tearing my meniscus 6 years ago, and I haven't done any since. So let's hope that Jason Tatum continues this impressive road to recovery tomorrow night when they travel to Texas when they face the San Antonio Spurs. But that'll be his first real challenge as opposed to the half-rate cupcakes he's faced since coming back on Friday. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. You know, you don't need a big fancy grill, or do you? Go to Rocky's for the Weber Spirit Gas Grill. Got 450 square inches of grill. That's about 3 airline trays full. Plenty big, right? And coincidentally, it's about $450 at Rocky's. That's $1 per square inch. That's a hell of a deal from your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock. It's 6:15 and Def Leppard with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Going to be sunny today with a high of 63. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 70 degrees, which it's actually 20,000 degrees warmer in this new studio than 70 degrees.
It's an easy bake oven. Yeah. We're being roasted by light bulbs right now.
Light bulb. I feel like I'm a chicken in an what is it?
An incubator.
Incubator or intubator?
No, it's an incubator.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today is the first day we're in our new studios, and you know, for those of you who have been following along this whole process, we were not sure when we left on Friday whether we were going to be here today in the new studios on Dwight Road in Longmeadow or in the old one for another week or so. Mm-hmm. Even though we were supposed to be in the new studio weeks ago, so there's that. So we found out yesterday that for sure we were going to be here.
Yesterday.
Yes. So I got here this morning. I had to figure out a couple things. First of all, how to get into the building. That was that I wasn't sure of until Friday afternoon. That was good. That was easy. And then I put my stuff down in the office. And I wrote out the view from the couch. I'm getting my stuff together, and right before I come into this room for the first time, I have a tradition of using the bathroom before the show.
Yeah.
So I used, and the nameplate has made its way over from East Longmeadow to Longmeadow, the Mike Bax and Nagle honorary powder room sign. It's right there in the men's room. Mm-hmm. So I used it this morning. I wanted to christen it because it would only make sense that on the first broadcast day, I'm the first one to give that thing a real run for its money. Mm-hmm. I'm in there, And, it's one of those rooms where the light gets tripped by motion. It's like a motion sensor light. Well, the problem with it is I was not done with what I had to do in there before the light went off. And as much motion as was going on in that area of the bathroom, I couldn't make the light go back on.
Is that why the bowl's painted in there?
That's exactly why. Looks like
like spackle.
Yes, like one of those spin art things you used to see at the Big E.
Yeah, like somebody took it to a Home Depot and said, "Hey, can you color this spackle?"
Yeah, I know. So I actually had to get out, wave my arms, viciously, like aggressively, to turn the light back on to finish what I was doing. That is going to take a little bit of getting used to.
There's a couple of things about this place. First of all, the smell-elevator, when you're coming in the elevator, there's some sort of hydraulic fluid problem.
Yes. And
that's causing some sort of smell in the elevator. It's not too bad today.
No, actually, I don't know if it's a
smell-elevator level 5, we'll say. So
I thought it was
and 1 is the strongest. So
I thought it was reasonable because it kind of fluctuates between smelling like armpit, sweat, socks, and citrus.
Yeah, well, when I was here last week, there was a FedEx guy traveling on the elevator with me, and obviously this guy comes here very frequently.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, that smell. And he's like, yeah, every once in a while they'll put one of them pine tree air fresheners up there to go with the smell, and it lasts for about a day, and then it goes back to smelling like it is. The other thing is there's no hot water in the bathroom. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did kind of notice that.
Yeah, it was. You have to turn the cold portion on in order to get any kind of water flow here.
There's just some things that we need to get used to. First day. I mean, we're not even an hour into this, and we're just going to have to get used to it. It's not like the old way where plumbing could break at any period of time. Raw sewage could fall down the stairway. And there's no dead animals in the walls
that we know of.
As of right now, it doesn't smell that way.
From the Route 10 Tire listener line, the music volume seems very low. I don't know what that is. What that means.
I've adjusted that right now, so I will. Yes. Okay. Very good.
Bax and Nagle, couple of pulleys, some string, and a balloon will solve the motion sensor problem that you have in the bathroom. So you put a balloon in there. We'll get a little Mylar balloon from the Dollar Tree.
That's a great idea.
And you just pull the balloon and the light will come.
In an emergency situation, though, I don't always have the time to blow up a balloon, even if I have a tank of helium. That's something to consider.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So we're getting used to the new digs here. We're plugging along. It is way too bright in here.
Too bright, a little too warm. We may go shirtless at some point.
The sun isn't coming up until 7:11 this morning, so we won't be able to shut this light off for another hour at least.
Yeah.
And maybe even an hour and a half by the time it actually gets fully bright outside.
We definitely need some lamps, maybe some attractive sconces. Track lighting would be great, the dimmable track lighting, but you can't dim this fluorescent lighting. Right now it looks like...
How about
it looks like an examination room, for pelvic exams.
There should be like UV lights in here.
Yeah.
Like one of them. You ever see those mini golf courses in the dark?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we should do that here so we can see all the stains on both of our shirts. That from stains past.
Yeah, right. No, that's an interesting point.
But yeah, so here we are. Does it sound like it sounds weird? Does it sound like I'm talking too loud, or is it?
Steve, to be honest, every day I find you're talking too loud.
Okay.
So it's really hard to determine that.
All right,
so
but
early.
From the old place to this place, are you finding that it's like peaking? Am I?
No, you're not.
You're not. It doesn't sound fuzzy. Because I can hear this little fuzzy sound.
Do I sound fuzzy to you, or just congested?
I don't know if it's just me. Well, you sound congested.
Yeah, I'm a little congested.
Yeah. First of all, I thought you were Pat Kelly when you opened your mouth.
No, that's why I raised the chair up.
Yeah, because he is a big congestive blockage.
That's
small
true.
as he is.
That is true.
So I don't know. We're just working out the kinks, and we'll get I don't know. We'll do something.
Yes, but let's go slow here. Let's not just jump right into it. That's a lot to ask for us.
Right.
It's 6:22 and Rock 2 Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 6:26 and with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
You almost forget who we were.
No, I just
with whatever this guy's name is and whatever we're doing here, and it's the lights in here. That's what's causing the brain fog.
It is slightly disorienting to be doing something in a new room for the first time in 31 years. So it's like it's baby steps. That's all it's going to take.
There you go. Sunny today with a high of 63. Tomorrow, even nicer, with sunny with a high of 70. Hopefully all this snow will melt.
Yeah.
I am so tired of having a snow just on the ground and making a muddy mess, and it's just gross.
Yeah.
It's 33 in downtown Springfield, 34 in Long Meadow, Massachusetts.
This week on Baxi's Musical Podcast, my guest is Michael Bradley from the band The Undertones. Their 1978 hit Teenage Kicks is a hugely important song. His book, Teenage Kicks, My Life as an Undertone, has just been reissued by Omnibus Press. One of the best rock biographies I've ever read. And you can hear that interview on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Rock 102 YouTube channel, and on the app brought to you by Metro Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram at Chicopee and Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock.
All right, you ready to laugh?
Yes.
All right, let's, which one? There you go.
It's Bax and Nagle's Joke of the Day
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
on Rock 102,
I make you laugh.
Springfield's Classic Rock.
Well, today is International Women's Day.
It is?
Yeah, it was supposed to be yesterday, but they took too long to get ready. So here we are. You see, that was a joke. And by the way, the day was an hour shorter.
Oh, yeah, right.
As it should be.
Bax and Nagle in the morning on Rock 102.
6:32 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news, and it is brought to you by Aquapump, an expert in all water supply systems from the well to the pump and into the house. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. A Connecticut man has died following a tractor-trailer collision on South Main Road in Otis on Thursday. The Berkshire District Attorney's Office stated that at approximately 9:09 a.m. on Thursday, the Otis Police Department was called to 1322 South Main Road regarding a two-vehicle collision. An officer arriving in the area located two tractor-trailers, one in the northbound lane and one in the southbound lane, lodged in a snowbank. The officer began aiding the driver in the northbound lane, identified as 32-year-old Antonio Marcucci of Waterbury, who was pinned inside of the cab of his truck. He was brought to Bay State Medical Center, where he passed away from his injuries. Preliminary investigation using dash cam footage from one of the trailers revealed that the tractor-trailer traveling in the northbound lane lost control, veering off to the other side of the road and ultimately colliding with the other tractor-trailer. The driver of the second tractor-trailer, bearing Oklahoma license plates, did not sustain serious injuries in the crash. Law enforcement continues to investigate the incident. Let's see. Catalytic converter theft is back. After a few quiet years, there are warning signs that catalytic converter thieves are back on the job. Wow, ever since that stop work order from the police.
Well, apparently they got a new place to work in Longmeadow, and that's why they're back in action.
In Berkeley, California, a spree of catalytic converter theft started out the new year. St. Paul, Minnesota has seen a similar trend in recent months. Cars in Nashville are also being targeted for the precious metals the car parts contain. In 2023, State Farm said the claims for catalytic converter theft had fallen from their peak in 2022. That year, the insurance company paid out 45,000 claims for the theft of the car part. 2 years later, it was down to around 7,600. That's a pretty steep drop.
7,600
from 45,000 to 7,600. I mean, that's good.
Yeah, but they stole them all.
Yeah, according to the report by is that what it is? They're waiting for the new line of cars to come out.
Well, the model year happens. What is that? October?
Yeah, something like that. But now conditions are rife for a rise in catalytic converter theft, according to Money Geek. The price of rhodium. Well, it's 40 below, and I don't give enough. Got a heater in my truck, and I'm off to the rhodium. A precious metal used in catalytic converters because of its resistance to corrosion and high temperatures is making this type of crime more attractive. The price of rhodium skyrocketed to over $12,000 per ounce at the end of February. Which means the price of your car is going to go up, too. Because if you have to use that stuff to make a car...
Well, cars are expensive anyway, and that doesn't...
that doesn't help.
That doesn't help.
Catalytic converters also contain two other rare materials, platinum and palladium. Wasn't that the place in Worcester where I saw the Aerosmith once?
No, that was the palladium.
Both of which can sell for several thousands of dollars per ounce. As the value of the precious metals contained with the catalytic converters continues to increase, so do the numbers of tests of these devices, said David Glaw, the president and CEO of NICB.
Now, do we know if David Glaw has a speech impediment?
No, he's a big fan of Barney Frank, so
I see. Right.
He's got that whole thing going on. At the height of the problems of the catalytic converter theft, Priuses were the number one target. Their catalytic converters contain more precious metals intended to be less worn down than those in other cars. Higher clearance vehicles, like pickup trucks, were also easy targets because the catalytic converters were easier to access under the vehicle. Hybrids and pickups are still big targets in some mid-sized sedans. The Honda Accord, which has a moderate ground clearance and high-value converter, ranks among the vehicles most commonly targeted, according to Money Geek.
All right, but in fairness, the Accord is an excellent vehicle with great gas mileage and a very high consumer reliability survey test.
It's true.
Result.
Those concerned about theft can buy and install a shield on the piece of equipment, making it harder to steal. Well, why don't they just make that part of the car?
Can you take a Sawzall and cut that out?
The new piece?
Yeah.
The shield?
Yeah.
You might be able to. I don't know how. I know nothing about this, Bax. I'm just reading what 22 News has regurgitated from a national news service.
It has been a long time since I've either vandalized, stolen, or damaged somebody else's vehicle. But my understanding is it takes absolutely no time at all to steal one of these catalytic converters. It's like 30 seconds with a Sawzall and boom, you're done.
Yeah.
And then you walk off to the next property and steal that one. You can do 30, 40 in a day if you're motivated.
You got the wherewithal about you to do that.
Yeah. On the other hand, there's apparently all these rhodium dealers that are out there, taking scrap rhodium. And how come we're not looking at those guys? It's one thing to steal a catalytic converter, but who's taking all this rhodium, paying top dollar for it? Where's that all going?
Yeah, see, this is, with these metal places, where's the responsibility of the metal place to go, hey, by the way, hey, police, this guy just dropped off a bunch of rhodium here.
Yeah, I see. To me, that you'd almost, if you wanted to be an up-and-up citizen as a business owner, you got to alert authorities when someone drops off a whole bunch of rhodium.
Right. The Southampton Police Department is investigating a hit-and-run crash that occurred just before 2 p.m. on Saturday. It occurred at the intersection of County Road and East Street. The vehicle involved in the incident is described as an older model green Ford F-250.
Totally cherry.
With a square-style front end. That's a small penised person. The 250.
The 150 you can expect probably a little bit more modest.
A little bit more modest. The bigger the truck, the smaller the penis. So if you have an F-150, you're probably on the brink of, you're maybe just about average.
Right.
F-250, you're probably, it goes down by 3/4 of an inch for every 100 of a model that it goes up.
But on the other hand, if you see a full-grown man driving like a Mini Cooper or a smart car, it's the opposite side of the spectrum.
Yeah. The F-350 guys?
Yeah. How do you not laugh at a guy like that?
After the crash, the vehicle fled south on County Road towards Westfield, then continued onto Pequot Road. Police are asking residents in the County Road area to check their surveillance cameras for any footage that may have captured the vehicle. If you have any information related to the incident, please contact D. Neal at townofsouthampton.org. Neal?
Daniel?
No, it's D. Neal. D-N-E-A-L.
Huh.
Is that his first name, or is it a first letter and a last name, like D. Neal?
Probably the last name.
Or is it Daniil?
Be interesting if his first name was Neil, and it would be like Neil Daniil.
Neil Daniil. Captain and Daniil.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Captain Daniil.
Yeah. Muskrat Love.
That is such a good song.
With the Muskrats or without the Muskrats? Because there's two versions of that
It's
song.
with. If you listen to Muskrat Love without the Muskrats, by the end of the song going, hey, who the hell are Muskrats? It's the best part.
Yeah, I like the Muskrats.
For all those people last week that were complaining about the music that we play here,
Yeah.
would you be a little more satisfied if you heard a little more Captain and Tennille on the station?
Love will keep you together.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
Do it to me one more time.
Oh, I like that one, too.
That's a nice one.
It's kind of like the Time Life love song collection. Remember those Time Life love song collections?
I don't see why we don't bring that back.
We should. A Pittsfield man has been charged with impersonating a U.S. Army veteran for over 30 years to obtain medical and other benefits.
Steve, I believe it's pronounced Pittsfield.
Have you ever been there?
I have.
It's pronounced exactly the way it smells. Charging documents stated that beginning as early as 1994, James D. Summers of Pittsfield had falsely impersonated an Army veteran who served honorably from 1979 to 1982. Summers allegedly used the victim's stolen identity to obtain thousands of dollars in Social Security benefits, as well as almost $30,000 in medical care and medications from the veterans' medical centers. Summers also had numerous prior convictions in New York in 1994, 1997, 2001, and 2011, all under the victim's name. These charges include criminal possession of stolen property, intent to obtain transportation without paying, sale of a controlled substance, possession of a forged instrument, attempted grand larceny, and forgery. He's fighting that last one, though.
Yeah.
On February 20th, Summers was discovered impersonating the victim to obtain medical care at the VA Medical Center in Northampton. He was arrested on Thursday in Pittsfield, where he was staying under the victim's identity at Soldier On, a facility that provides transitional housing to U.S. veterans. He was charged with one count of false statements. The charge provides a sentence of up to 5 years and a fine of $250,000. He remains in federal custody until his appearance in federal court, which is scheduled for Monday. Beginning is 1994, and he's just getting caught now.
Maybe he started getting careless. That's a long time to be doing this stuff.
It is a long time, and you would think with technology and cross-checking and all this other stuff that this guy would have been caught years ago, but here he was pretending to be a veteran.
I got to tell you, sometimes when you think you've gotten away with something, that's when you start making mistakes and getting a little sloppy.
If you pretend to be a manager of a Dollar General, is that stolen valor?
Oh, I don't think there's any question.
Or the general car insurance?
It's to me, it's the kind of crime where they're going to tear the stripes off your uniform.
Yeah. You think they've ripped the patch off, the Dollar General patch off your shirt?
That's like one of the first things they did.
A Connecticut man has been arrested after allegedly driving under the influence and hitting an East Hampton police cruiser. East Hampton police said the officers tried to stop a vehicle around 8:20 p.m. Thursday after reportedly seeing it operating erratically. The vehicle then hit an East Hampton police cruiser in the area of Holyoke Street and East Green Street. The officer and those in the suspect vehicle were all taken to the hospitals to be evaluated for injuries. The 42-year-old driver from New Britain, Connecticut, whose name has not yet been released, has been arrested on charges including operating under the influence of drugs and alcohol. Arraignment is scheduled for Friday in Northampton District Court. That's usually a dead giveaway that you might be a little dangerous.
Which part?
Hitting something in general, but then hitting a police cruiser. I mean,
there's the dangerousness involved, but then there's also like a total disregard of the rules. I mean, you can hit anybody you want, but hit a police officer. You're asking for trouble. Talk about like self-sabotaging yourself.
She pulled right out in front of me, sir. You're in a parking lot.
Still
parked, and you still hit him.
I blew the horn.
I think you might have had a little too much to drink tonight. Just a little. Anyway, your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be sunny with a high of 63. Tomorrow, even nicer with a high of 70. It is 34 right now in downtown Springfield, 33 in Longmeadow at our brand new studio here at Rock 102. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's Hank.
Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 6:53, and the Doobie Brothers with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Sunny with a high of 63 today. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 70, which is crazy. It's 34 in downtown Springfield.
Rock 102 and the Springfield Thunderbirds want to hook you up with slap shots and shish kebabs. They're giving away a $100 gift certificate to Deems Downtown Mediterranean Grill and a pair of tickets to see the T-Birds take on Providence at the Mass Mutual Center on March 25th. If you enter now at rock102.com, you have to do it before March 15th. One lucky winner chosen at random. Slap shots and shish kebabs from the Springfield Thunderbirds and Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock.
We are in the brand new studio here in Long Meadow. Where when you come to, if you're picking up a prize after 9 o'clock, because we were open from 9 to 5, 167 Dwight Road, Suite 301.
To give you a clearer idea of where this is now, because you couldn't really explain. It was hard to explain where Fisher Avenue was in East Long Meadow because there's no real, defining, places like around there, really. But here, we are tightly bosomed between the Long Meadow DPW facility right across the street.
Depew.
Right, the Depew, and then
Pepe Depew.
And then Franconia Golf Course.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't golfed in a number of years. I would say since, I would say probably since I got divorced. I haven't played a good round of golf, any round of golf since then. So that's about 10 years. So those golf clubs are just kind of sitting there collecting dust. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking that, when the weather changes, maybe I'll just keep the things in the truck. The clubs in the truck and maybe play a quick 9.
Just hop over the fence and start playing. You don't even need to go to the clubhouse.
No, I just walk on.
Because I'm sure they don't frown upon that at all.
It's a municipal course. Anyone can play.
Yeah, municipal means it's paid for by the taxpayers, part of it, right?
Yes.
All right, so then we have free reign to just jump over the fence and start pitching putt.
I'm actually, we're actually closer to Franconia than where I live in Hamden, where I'm, just up the road from Great Horse, and I've been saying forever how great it would be to be a complimentary lifetime member over there.
Yeah,
I've heard nothing from those people, as opposed to Franconia, where I spent a lot of time playing losing balls in the woods in this neighborhood.
You think they're going to offer you a lifetime membership over here?
No, but I mean, it's worth a shot.
I'm like, I'm picturing it as like me walking across that course, like Michael Douglas and Falling Down, where the old man starts yelling at me, and then he starts having a heart attack because his cart ran away, and he's like, you want your pills? We could recreate that scene right here.
Yeah, some
unsuspecting golfer here at Franconia.
Listen, I don't see a problem with just go on the putting green for a while. Just take a couple of practice putts. Why not? We're here.
That wouldn't be bad.
I mean, neither one of us have ever been this close to a golf course. Why not take advantage of what we've got right here in now our new backyard?
I agree with you. Let's do it. Yeah,
I think it's a good idea.
All right, cool. Are we done now?
Well, I mean, we could be done. I mean, every second gives us one more chance to talk to Scott Cohen. It's coming up in just a few minutes.
Do we really have to have him in here to christen
I think it's good to have a guest here on our first day to work out the bugs of having additional people in the studio, since we don't have access to any phones right at the moment.
Okay. I guess if that's the way it's gonna be,
it's the way it's the way we should start off: small, slow, incremental.
All right.
It's 6:57 on Rock 102.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, Winter Storm headquarters before and after the storm.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, I would be remiss if I didn't briefly acknowledge that over the weekend, the number 4 UConn Huskies lost to my unranked, tournament-resistant Marquette Golden Eagles on Saturday, 68-62. How did something like that happen? That the number 4 ranked team in the country, or should I say the team that had been ranked number 4 in the country, got spanked by a team that's lost 19 games this season and is currently floundering in 7th place in the Big East standings and subsequently blew their chance at a number 1 seed in the tournament? I couldn't tell you. All I know is that UConn not only lost the game, but head coach Dan Hurley also lost $25,000 after being fined for unsportsmanlike conduct. You see, when a team like UConn loses to a team like Marquette, which admittedly sucks, it causes a guy, such as a head coach, to take an emotional tone. In this case, we go back to the final seconds of the game, where it was here that Hurley picked up 2 technical fouls for having a disagreement with the officials. The first came after Hurley attempted to argue that Marquette should have been called for a foul. The second technical came after Hurley allegedly bumped into one of the officials while trying to make his point. It was here that Hurley, with just seconds remaining, was ejected from the game. And while Hurley claims that he never touched the guy, video of the argument clearly suggests otherwise. Now, obviously, with a 6-year, $50 million contract, I'm pretty sure Dan Hurley can easily afford to take the financial hit. But to lose to a crummy team like Marquette, a team with absolutely no postseason prospects whatsoever, had to be terribly humiliating. I mean, I'm almost embarrassed for the guy, and I went to Marquette. I was embarrassed about those guys before the game even began. And while I was thrilled to see them win, I'm not crazy about a guy banging out 2 technicals and getting ejected for it. But I certainly understand it. On the other hand, I should point out that despite this glorious and unexpected victory, it will have absolutely no bearing or influence on me making any monetary donations to the Marquette Alumni Fund. They're simply going to have to do better than that. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Step 1 is Scotch Crabgrass Preventer. Actually, step 1 is to go to Rocky's. But then the next step is to get Rocky's 4-Step. The Scott's 4-Step. 4 easy steps to a healthy lawn. It's almost time for step 1 to go. And Rocky's will get you there for $95. Not a bad deal with your Ace Rewards card. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock. It's 7-11 and Joan Jett with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's, I don't know, I can't log into the computer. It's 34 in downtown Springfield.
Close enough. Hey, he's in the studio with us right now. It's Scott Cohen. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you guys too. I took a week off from the sports and come back, and we've got a brand new room,
Brand new building.
Yeah,
I know it's a little disorienting, but
Don't touch anything.
Exactly. You know, the studio right now. It's like, remember when you were, well, at least for me, being a big sports fan, in your bedroom, you had the posters of your favorite athletes and whatnot hanging on the wall. There's nothing on the wall in here.
Yeah, no, this, like I said to Steve, this looks like a doctor's office for a pelvic exam. That's what it looks like. That's the feeling I get.
Most of these offices are doctors' offices on the other buildings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I went down I was like, you come in and look. We're on the 3rd floor of 3 floors, and I was like looking like, who are these people, and what are they doing in our building?
The strangely ironic part of this location is, right down the street was where I've had my last prostate exam.
Oh, well, you should feel right at home.
Exactly. It is kind of like a homecoming, because I kind of feel in some ways violated here as well.
I was going to say, you can have a prostate exam every day when you come to work
There you
now.
go.
Yeah, promises. Listen to you. It's March Madness. It's
yeah,
finally
but away here we are, and away we go.
Selection Sunday for the tournament is this Sunday. So
Yep.
but you got all the conference tournaments that are going on right now. The big story here over the weekend was UConn.
Right.
4th-ranked team in the country losing to Marquette, who is not only not ranked, they're not even close to being in any sort of tournament of any kind this year.
Yep.
A terrible year, and they got beat by Marquette. Unbelievable.
I think before the last thing we talked about the last time we were together, I go, hey, buddy, don't forget, man, UConn and Marquette. UConn's got one more game left, and you poo-pooed it, as you should.
Right.
It's not Marquette's year. But you know what? That was a monumental loss for the Huskies. They were a shoe-in for, and listen, like you said, there's conference tournaments this week, the Big East and whatnot. Right. But they were in the catbird seat to be a number 1 seed somewhere, and then they go on the road and they just completely lay an egg. Marquette shot the lights out. As bad teams, that's what they have to do to win. And then Hurley goes bananas at the end of the game. Like I said, that guy's they need to put him in a padded room, and maybe they did between now and when they go down to the Big
They're
East.
going to need to put him in a padded bank because
Yeah,
they fined him $25,000 for bumping the official.
Crazy loss, huge loss for UConn. I think they coughed up a fur ball, and they're not going to be a number 1 seed anymore.
And you know what? I mean, that's actually pretty significant. I mean, the best they're going to get is probably a number 2 seed.
Yep.
But when you're in the tournament, I mean, it means that whoever they face as they advance in that tournament gets tougher and tougher, even as a number 2 seed, as opposed to a number 1. So that was a big, giant loss for them, and Hurley should be angry, not just because of the officiating, but I mean to lose to a game like that at a crucial point in the season. Every loss is amplified, especially right now.
It is, and and then of course there's the other, if you flip a coin, you could sit here and try to make a case for the fact that okay, they got the one big loss out of the way, a huge wake up call at the right time. So I mean, if they go into, and they probably will, if they go into the Big East tournament and just kind of run roughshod and cruise through that thing, they'll be right back where they should be and in the proper frame of mind. But yeah, you want to be a number 1 seed. You don't want to be a number 2 if you can help it.
We got to talk about Jason Tatum. After 10 months after blowing out his Achilles, that is not always the easiest thing to recover from. Many people are saying, it's too early for him or whatever. His performance in the last 2 games has been outstanding, and for a team that has been playing as well as they have, to now have a Jason Tatum to go to, it's like, to me, they're the scariest team in the East.
They may be, and they're playing. They played Cleveland yesterday. Arguably one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. Tomorrow night they've got San Antonio, and then they have Oklahoma City on Thursday. Those are the top 2 teams in the West. Yeah, you got to give Brad Stevens credit. He built an incredible roster. They have so many guys that they can count on now on both sides of the ball. Tatum came back on Friday night against Dallas, took him about 9 minutes to get into the flow. He ended up having a really solid game. Yesterday, I was listening to the game on the radio driving back from Boston. He got right into the mix right away, and it was almost like he never left. So they're in a great spot right now. He's going to get his playing time. They'll work on the chemistry between now and the playoffs. And listen, you talked about him coming back. Tyrese Halliburton from Indiana, he had the same injury almost at the same time last year in the playoffs, and he's not back. Tatum's back. He looks great, and we'll see what happens.
When you think about what the Celtics have done the last month and a half or whatever, certainly since the All-Star break, they've just been playing tremendously.
They're playing great.
And then to get a guy like that back,
yep.
And to have done all they've done without him, that's pretty. That shows really what the team is all about. And then to get him back, it's like, gee, if I'm in the Eastern Conference, I'm going, well, I guess we're not going to take on this one. To me, it's a remarkable story that he's back and playing as well as he has been in the last 2 nights, and then to have the team, you rise to the occasion with or without him. Pretty remarkable.
Yeah, and the big story for the last couple of years has been, there's only one basketball, and there's Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and there's kind of it's not a cloud, but there's just a hint of mystery about really what is their relationship, how close are they? Do they? They play well together on the court, but is there any kind of jealousy or animosity with Jaylen Brown playing alone without Jason Tatum? He all of a sudden became the alpha male and the star of the team. And the only question they really got to solve, Baxi, is, what's the chemistry going to be like from here on out? But, look at what happened on Friday night and look what happened yesterday, and they look great.
One of the things that we didn't get a chance to talk to you last week because you were on vacation, the Patriots on Wednesday will officially release Stephon Diggs.
Yes.
And there's
now what?
Well, yeah, now what? First of all, they wind up saving a lot of money on the salary cap. He was due for almost a $17 million raise.
Yep.
On the paper, I can understand why they did it, but there's a lot of unresolved questions here because there are options, But the timing of all these options really makes things difficult. Making a trade for A.J. Brown with Philadelphia makes a lot of sense, but it makes a lot of sense depending on when you do it.
Right, for Philadelphia especially.
Right, because of depending if it's June 1st or before, it's a matter of
like $40 million, these are just round numbers, a $40 million hit on Philly's ledger sheet or a $20 million hit. It's going to cost them something, but if they wait until June, it'll be half as much of a hit for the Eagles, and they're probably going to wait. But you alluded to it earlier. What are the Patriots going to do? They've got to do something because you figured, do they have a plan? They may have to wait, and the longer you wait, other options get gobbled up by other teams. So, yeah, we'll see. I guess at noon today is when it can be a free-for-all, and anybody can start signing anybody.
Right. And then and so Alec Pierce from the Colts appears to be the one that makes the most amount of sense. But I mean, do you get him and then still go after A.J. Brown in a trade? I don't know the answer to that. And to me, the timing of the whole thing really is kind of dangerous because you're really betting against the clock on this one.
Yep, and I guess DJ Moore was one of the big receivers that got gobbled up recently. He went for a second-round draft pick. And excuse me, and then some. They think that A.J. Brown is a little bit better, so the Eagles may want a first-round draft pick and something. Are the Patriots willing to give up a first-round draft pick for them? Those are the questions that need to be answered by all the teams involved.
Well, I mean, if I would give up a first-round draft pick for an A.J.
Yeah,
Brown.
and where are the Patriots drafting? 32nd? So it's like.
They got 11 picks in the draft.
Right.
So, I mean, losing a first-round pick is not going to kill them.
Especially that kind of first-round pick.
If you're talking about the draft from a couple years ago where they got the number 3 draft,
that's different.
Number 3 pick. Yeah, that's totally different.
Yep.
I mean, to me, you can give up a number 31 pick and maybe a 5th round. You still got 9 left to go, and you may wind up getting more in other trades.
Exactly, but they've got to do something for Drake May because as you alluded to earlier, aside from Hunter Henry and the Bum of the Month Club, they don't have a true number 1 option for him right now.
What else we got? What else is going on?
So one thing we haven't that I don't think a lot of people are talking about it now, but I think they will, and I do think it deserves some conversation. The World Baseball Classic is going on, and when they took we just had the Olympics a couple of weeks ago, and basically they put the NHL on hold to get the pro players to play in the hockey tournament.
Right.
It's spring training now, so they're not doing that in Major League Baseball. But, man, you go down the Brazil, the Netherlands, teams from all over the world, a.k.a. the World Baseball Classic. But every country's roster is solid as a rock. This is sort of the Olympics for these guys. And especially, I'm not sure the Americans are totally buying into it. Bryce Harper from the Phillies, who's kind of a pain in the ass every single day of the year, he said, well, it's not the Olympics. I think for a lot of the international players, it is, and we're in the early rounds now, and we're going to get the semifinals and finals coming up soon. And I think it's going to bear watching, and I think once they get to that point, we're going to be talking about it a lot more. So keep an eye on that.
All right, very good. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds great.
All right, Scott Cohen. It's 7:23 with Bax and 102.
It's going to be very nice today. Sunny and a high of 63. Tomorrow, even nicer with a high of 70. And then crappy rain all the rest of the week and back into the 40s. But take the days as the good ones as you get them today and tomorrow. The picks of the week, if you will.
I have never realized in the entire time I've lived out in this area, which is almost 33 decades, how beautiful the Longmeadow DPW campus is. What a breathtaking facility that is.
Well, that's where they mine all the gold to pave the streets.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the gold pots that are out there. I'm sure they must tamp that gold into the ground to fix the gold potholes.
The gold pothole
Yeah, that's right.
of Long Ghetto.
Yeah, that's right. You can actually pan for minerals in those potholes.
We got to. I got to reach out and see if we can get some Long Meadow locals here to, like the welcome wagon for the neighborhood.
Yeah,
Like Chief Robert Stock.
that would be awesome.
From Unsolved Mysteries, Long Meadow.
We don't. We're for those of you that don't know, we have officially moved from where we were in East Longmeadow down the street like a mile and a half away in Longmeadow, and yet I feel like we're like, how I'm going to go from a 12-minute commute to a 13-minute commute. I'm not so sure I can handle it. It's a lot. It's going to kill me, I'm sure.
Well, I went from a 48-minute commute to a 46-minute commute, so you figure that one out.
Yeah, so you benefit. I have to be the one that shoulders the burden.
Yeah, I'd really wish we had moved to like Northampton or something like that.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we didn't move to Northampton.
Yeah.
We had options. There were a couple of ideas on the table that were not great. This is much better. I can almost live with this.
Did you just like get a whiff of something like chemically?
No. I don't know. Someone using the elevator?
Maybe that's what it is.
Well, that's-
The
'cause it's right-
smell-evator. No, we don't have an elevator. We have a smell-evator.
It's yeah.
You're going to notice it when you come here to pick up a prize.
Many people, I would suggest, if you can, take the stairs.
Oh, I'm actually going to start taking the stairs.
No, I'm still going to take the smell elevator
Why?
because I'm old and feeble.
You're not that old and feeble. You can make it up 3 flights of stairs.
Yeah, but should I?
Yeah, you should.
For what reason?
Cardio.
Cardio.
Cardio
That is
workout.
the biggest ripoff I've ever
How are you
heard.
going to stand when you're 70 years old?
I don't
if
need
you
to
don't
stand.
have, yes, you do. Who's going to pick you up? Who's going to never let you down? Who's never going to run around and desert you?
It's Rick Astley. That's the one who's going
Right.
to pick me up.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You need to keep those muscles in check there, Baxy.
There's only certain muscles that I'm interested in keeping active.
Listen, the closer you get to that retirement, the closer you're not going to be able to enjoy it because you haven't been exercising.
I wouldn't say there's no exercise. I mean, keeping this show on my shoulders for this long, it's there's been quite a lot of exercise. That's not cardio, though, right?
No, that's just egotistical bullshit, isn't it? Is what it is. Yeah.
2,015 days.
Yeah.
That's all I have to endure in this
Well, if
building.
you don't start doing cardio, you ain't going to last more than 5.
Well, we'll see what happens
Yeah.
with that. It's 7:30. News is next on Rock 102. With Bax and Nagle on Rock 102, it's time for news. It is brought to you by Freedom Credit Union. Freedom is yours. There's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. A Connecticut man has been arrested after allegedly driving under the influence and hitting an East Hampton police cruiser. East Hampton police said officers tried to stop the vehicle around 8:20 p.m. Thursday after reportedly seeing it operating erratically. The vehicle then hit an East Hampton police cruiser in the area of Holyoke Street and East Green Street. That's pretty much says you're done for the night once you hit the police cruiser. The officer and those in the suspect vehicle were all taken to the hospitals to be evaluated for injuries. The driver, a 42-year-old man from New Britain whose name has not yet been released, has been arrested on charges of
OUI?
something like that. Arraignment is scheduled for Friday in Northampton District Court. Was this last Friday that he was supposed to be arraigned? Because I can't imagine they would wait an entire week.
Unless you're really drunk.
It said evaluated for injuries, so I can't imagine that it didn't say anything about severe injuries or, he's in the hospital. But usually, even if you're in the hospital, they arraign you right in the hospital bed. I think this is just old information.
Could be, but nevertheless. He drove all the way from Connecticut, found himself hammered in East Hampton, hits a cop.
Yeah.
That's a bad, bad day behind the wheel.
Over the week, I have to check this out because in my town of Huntington,
Yeah.
there was let's see, 22 News came out with this over the weekend, and it showed a picture of a flooded parking lot that said firefighters in Huntington were called Friday after water began flooding into a garage, ultimately clearing the flooding and rescuing a horse that had become trapped in icy water.
Really?
It was a toy horse. It was not a real horse.
Did they realize? When you say toy horse, are you talking about it was actually like something from Hasbro, or is it like a toy poodle? It's just a small horse.
I'm not really sure exactly what it was. I'm trying to look up the Huntington Fire Department post for this. Huntington Fire received a call today about water flooding into a garage. Once on scene, crew members started moving water out with trash pump and began to look for a storm drain. Crew found drain with the assistance of a homeowner.
Homeowner says what?
What? Oh,
I got you again.
And Google Earth. It was found under 4 inches of ice thanks to the owner of John Groff of Integrity Trailers for the use of the track steer to assist with getting to the drain. During operations, crews noticed that Pokey, the kid's toy horse, was underwater and were able to make a quick save. So it sounds like somebody from 22 News said, "Oh my God, they rescued a horse from a flooded building in Huntington? This is top story news." And then they made the post about the horse being rescued from Huntington when it was a tongue-in-cheek thing by the fire department saying, "Hey, by the way," and they said Pokey the horse. It wasn't like
this is what I'm going to guess happened.
Yeah.
Someone from the fire department saw whoever it was. This is 22 News?
Yeah.
Saw the reporter from 22 News and said, "Hey, everybody, watch this. We had to rescue a horse." And then they went and reported it like it was a real horse.
Yeah. And that's exactly
like this is kind of like a Dick Goes In You moment, where it's clearly you're clearly who you are, but then they just write it down without even thinking twice.
Yeah. I'm guessing any of these kids don't even know who Pokey is.
Well, he would be the intrepid horse of Gumby.
Yeah. Pokey.
His little pal Pokey too.
He once was a little green slab of clay.
You should see what Gumby can do today.
Yeah.
And yet, they reported it because that's the information that they were led to believe was true.
But this is why you should really check your sources.
Well, see, that would require
a
working understanding of journalism.
That's a leading headline.
Yeah,
firefighters rescued a horse that was stuck under ice.
If it had been a real horse,
yeah,
like Mr. Ed stuck in the ice, you'd want to make that part of your story.
Yeah,
but this would be like losing like your PlayStation because you fell into the ice. It's a toy.
It is a toy. To follow up on a controversial story regarding coffee, Health and Human Services Secretary RFK Jr. called on chains like Dunkin' and Starbucks to prove that their sugary drinks are safe. Now the Secretary and Mass Governor Maura Healey are in a high-profile, lighthearted social media battle. It's been a back and forth with the governor and health secretary all over a cup of Joe. The ladies, actually, Joe Kennedy has nothing to do with this.
I don't think Joe Kennedy wants anything to do with this.
The latest response comes from Haley on Friday when she visited Channel 40 or Western Mass News to interview with Dave Madsen for Getting Answers weekend.
Oh, good.
Right? Before we bring you her remarks, let's take it back to the beginning when RFK Jr. first said he's asking Dunker to require proof of safety data for sugary drinks in an effort to make America healthy again. That comment made its way over to Massachusetts, where Duncan was born over 75 years ago, and avid coffee drinker Maura Healey posted her response on X, what she shared with her followers, an altered version of the Texas Come and Take It flag with an iced Dunkin' drink in the center. On Thursday night, Secretary Kennedy responded to Governor Healey on social media, writing, "No one is taking away your Dunkin', but it isn't reasonable. Isn't it reasonable to ask whether a drink loaded with 180 grams of sugar is safe?" To go back to this thing, where is the personal responsibility lie among the consumer of making a decision of whether or not you can drink something?
There are certain politicians that are under the impression that the average person is not capable of making that kind of good decision for themselves. Remember a couple years ago when Mayor Bloomberg in New York decided no more supersized sodas can be sold in the city of New York?
Yeah.
And he did that because of the sugar intake that people were taking. Well, if you're a type 2 diabetic and you shouldn't be drinking.
I think you're well aware of.
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, you are aware of what you're putting into your body, and if you're getting an extra large regular at a Dunkin', then you are fully aware of how much sugar they're putting into your drink.
Yeah.
It should be some level of personal responsibility that, hey, maybe you go half sugar or no sugar or a sugar substitute.
Yeah, I don't see this whole. It's a private business.
Yeah,
they're private businesses that they're talking about,
but they're making coffee to order. So is it their fault that they're sugary drinks? I would say no. It's the person that ordered the regular.
Well, I mean, you're depending on like you said, depending on your diet.
Yeah.
Like if you go in, I don't order sugary drinks.
Neither do I.
I order cream and I order cancer-causing sweetener.
And see, that is a perfectly non-healthy option. And you should be proud of yourself. I don't get any sweetener in my coffee because I just don't like it. But nevertheless, that's my decision. I'm the customer. The customer is the one that determines whether I want the full sugar.
I thought we were getting away from the government being in people's business.
No, that's never been the case, Steve. Government is in all of our business because they believe the masses are asses, and that's it.
I mean, I can see if you want to focus on the actual food supply that we get, picking up at grocery stores and things like that, maybe see, the safety of that stuff. But, these fast food is a luxury at this point because considering the price of everything.
Yeah.
Now you spend I think I bought one over the weekend. It was $7
for what? For
a large iced coffee with a shot of espresso in it.
Jesus.
Is it really cost that much?
Well, the shot of espresso, that's
man.
That right there.
They're jacking up the price of that.
Right there, it's like $3.
Those beans that Dunkin' gets from.
No, don't they harvest them themselves from Colombia?
University, I believe. They're
right.
made in a lab at Columbia University.
Right.
So, well, I guess we'll see who wins this battle between RFK and Maura Healey.
I can understand the government making recommendations for processed food, which is something they've done. But I mean, ultimately, it's going to be a choice of the consumer, and as it should be. It shouldn't be so heavily regulated by the government because, listen, I think anyone who knows if you're buying food out of a box, it's probably not the best option for you. Now, if you were able to encourage and maybe control the price of fresh meats and vegetables and fruits, maybe that might be a little bit easier for people to do.
Does anybody go to these places and go, oh, yeah, this food is just too unhealthy for me to eat? For a long time, I mean, the bread is it doesn't really seem like it's regular bread. Like you can tell there's fillers in it, and it doesn't taste because they need to put all those preservatives in it to keep it fresh because they keep those things for a couple of days before they throw them out.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever gotten a bagel from Dunkin' Donuts?
Stop it.
What do you mean, stop it?
They're delicious. Some of the best bagels in the world are made from there.
They're not paying you to say that anymore, so you can just and they haven't paid us in a long time to say nice things about them. So
in case they do,
tell
I want to
them
be
how
on
you
their.
really-
I want to be on their good side.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least they tell you you're going to get the runs when you go in there. It says runs on Dunkin'.
No, that's not what that's
And
suggesting.
why is the sign always by the bathroom?
Because that's where the most wall space is. Steve.
Is that what it
Yes,
is?
that's exactly why.
Uh-huh.
And it really brings the room together.
Hey, it's maple sugar season weekend.
Oh, fantastic.
The official maple weekend in Massachusetts was March 7th and 8th, so we missed it. Maple season is already, it's going to go on, right? Till the spring. Maple season has already begun with sugar houses making their first batches of pure maple syrup. There are more than 300 sugar makers in the state who produce more than 60,000 gallons of syrup every year. Many started as early as January due to the climate change, technology improvements, and adaptive management practices. It takes about 40 to 50 gallons of sap to make just 1 gallon of syrup. Once sap is collected, it's boiled down and filtered into syrup right in the sugar house to be packed through March. Maple producers are welcoming patrons for breakfast, serving their signature pancakes, waffles, and, of course, maple syrup. 22 News was working for you with a list of maple producers who have opened their restaurants for Maple Weekend. Let's see, West Newbury, Mass.
Okay.
You want to go out there?
Right.
It's Bernardston, the Bald Mountain Sugar House.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds dirty.
Bald Mountain?
The Bald Mountain.
It does, doesn't it?
Bear Hill Sugar Farm in Shelburne Falls. Bogastow Farm in Pepperell. Where the hell is Pepperell?
I don't really know. But there's, you ever have like the breakfast at the Sugar Shacks? It's kind of cool.
Oh, this is now near Tingsboro.
Tingsboro.
Did I ever have the what? Say that again.
Ever have like a breakfast at a Sugar Shack?
Yeah, there was
pretty cool.
Where was the place? Yeah, High Hopes in Worthington. If you ever make it out to there,
yeah,
they got a breakfast buffet.
Pretty good, isn't it?
I don't know what the cost is, but it's one price, and it's in the sugar house. You're eating at a picnic table in the sugar house, and you can go up as many times as you want. It says so right here on the ticket.
Yeah,
that's a good place to go.
I'll tell you
that's
what,
open
man.
Saturdays and Sundays.
Kind of fun to see how they make that stuff.
Yeah.
Now I'm not a big maple syrup fan myself. I don't really care for it, but you know what? It's still kind of cool to go. They still make eggs. They still make sausage.
I don't mind maple syrup on pancakes or waffles. I just can't have maple like with anything else, like chocolates. Like when you get those Russell Stovers or something like that, and you bite into the chocolate, and it's like that crappy maple
you don't like that.
cream. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Your Pioneer Valley forecast today. Going to be sunny with a high of 63. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 70. It's 33 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 7:52, and AC/DC with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Going to be beautiful today. Sunny and a high of 63. Even better tomorrow, sunny and a high of 70. That's the pick of the week. It's 32 right now in Longmeadow, Massachusetts.
You know, Steve, it's almost time for Rock 102's college bracket competition, Bracket Brawl, brought to you by Hooplandia and Bud Light. You go to rock102.com now and sign up, and starting at 8 o'clock p.m. on Sunday, you can start making your picks. Make the best picks of the entire tournament. Could be worth a $500 cash card. Pick every game correctly, and you could win $1 million.
$1 million.
If your bracket is busted early, you'll get another chance to make a fresh bracket for the round of 16 and for the round of 4. The best picks of the bracket wins a $100 gift card to the Yard Tavern. It's Rock 102's Bracket Brawl, brought to you by Hooplandia, Bud Light, the Yard Tavern, and Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock.
Busy weekend. I had two shows over the weekend. One in right here, down the street at the Tiffany Street Elks Lodge for the East Longmeadow Scholarship Foundation.
You're playing the big rooms now.
Oh yeah, and what a great show that was.
Now, who was there for that one?
It was myself, Brian Plum, and Marty.
Nice.
For that one.
Good show.
Marty went shotgun because he had to get out and he was judging some contest. It's like he'll have to explain what it is. It's some sort of like mistress madam thing. Like it combines S&M with stand-up comedy.
Really?
And I guess people get punished by the mistress. He's the judge, and these young comics come up and they do their thing. And he'll have to explain exactly what it is. I really wasn't clear on what that was.
See, I would have taken notes.
Yeah, but no, it's Mohican Sun. That's, They're doing.
Gotcha.
Trying new things down there at that Comics Roadhouse.
Well, why not? Why not?
And then Saturday night was down at the beautiful VFW in Watertown, Connecticut.
Dude, I mean, honestly, Elks Lodges, VFW halls, this comedy thing is really starting to blow up for you.
Yeah, well, it's fun. It's a fun gig.
And how was that show?
All right. So here's what happened. of thing. And then so Plum is killing it, and he's like, oh, and here's the guy from Rock 102, Steve Nagle. Like that's
the best he could do
that
for
was
you?
the intro. And of course they're still roaring from his laughs because he's really good at improv and he's really good at crowd work and it was really working out well. And then here I am, and I was like, it wasn't horrible,
right?
But it was nowhere near as good as what Plum did. So, but it was a VFW hall. These people were rowdy and ready to go.
What's a VFW hall?
I know, but I had been out all day long on Saturday.
Yeah,
and I had to drive down to Thomaston, and as I'm driving down there, I'm like, oh, good thing I brought my change of clothes, like my nice shirt.
Okay.
Because I was wearing like a sweatshirt, and then I pull into the parking lot of the VFW, and I'm like, I don't think I need to change here. Like I think you'd actually fit in more
with a sweatshirt,
being with the sweatshirt with the spaghetti stains on it at a VFW.
That's in the room.
Yeah, but this week there is Plum will be in charge of the $20 dinner and a comedy show over at the Shortstop because Marty and I are going to be down at Comics Roadhouse at Mohegan Sun Thursday night.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
for a co-headlining program.
So that'll be fun.
That'll be real fun.
All right.
Lots of comedy going on.
Well, I appeared at the CVS getting some things like some decongestant, some Mucinex, extra tissues, and that was it.
You ever try Mucinex DM?
Oh yeah,
that's some good stuff.
That is good stuff. Not good enough to get me through the whole weekend, but good enough.
By the way, I told the folks at even though the event was in Springfield, it was the East Longmeadow Scholarship Foundation, so many of the people were obviously residents of East Longmeadow. And I said, Rock 102 is moving out of East Longmeadow because we are sick of your shiznit.
And
they were kind of laughing at it, but then they're like, no, don't leave us.
It's too late.
We're right over the border, though. The border's right there.
Oh, I know. And the Springfield border is right there. So we're like right in the pocket.
Yeah, we're in the taint of the genital area of East Longmeadow.
I mean, Franconia is our next door.
Longmeadow.
Franconia is our next door neighbor. Franconia has a Springfield mailing address.
Yeah.
I mean, we're literally, we are straddling along there. We're
the Grundle.
We're doing like the reverse cowgirl of three different towns.
We're in the Grundle of the trifecta of the tri-town area.
That's it.
East Longmeadow, Longmeadow, and Springfield.
And now we bring our Jardiance-like threat to your perineum in Longmeadow. Happy to do it. Welcome home.
Who's up for a Grundle Stiltskin?
You do make it sound it sound tempting. It's just about 7:59 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock. It's 8:12 and Sticks with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Gonna be sunny with a high of 63 today. Tomorrow, even nicer with a high of 70. It is 33 right now in downtown Springfield.
Let's see here. We got. I'll tell you what. We're in the new studio today. Still kind of getting used to it. There's new machines. There's new orientation. I feel like we're on a field trip somewhere.
Yeah, it is. It's a little odd, but you know what? By next week we'll be all used to it.
Yeah, probably so. Anyway,
but anyway, I got nothing. It's a new place. We're just trying to get the feel of it. I just went out in the hallway, went to use the bathroom again for the third time this morning. Lots of coffee. Lots of coffee.
Yeah.
And
well, I tried to, like I said earlier, I tried to christen it, right away because that's where the Mike Baxendale honorary powder room sign now hangs. It made the trip from East Longmeadow to Longmeadow.
I feel like we're in a different time zone here. Like we're in, this is a completely different region of the area.
Well, I mean, we've never had windows before. Now we've got windows.
We got windows, and I know that it's a little tongue in cheek when you're like, look how beautiful the view of the Longmeadow DPW is. I'd rather have the view of the DPW than the view of the dead mouse that was sitting up on the ledge of the window sill of the basement window at 45 Fisher Avenue in East Longmeadow.
I mean, that window where we were, we didn't even get a good view of when the guy tried setting the building on fire. So, I mean, we couldn't have seen anything. And that was years ago.
Now we have big windows.
Yeah.
Big windows to the soul of Rock 102.
Yeah.
How about
boy,
that?
I tell you what, I don't. This is, 30 years ago when I looked at that building, for my interview for this job, and I looked at the building, and I'm going, what is this?
But they made renovations shortly after you started there.
Not shortly after.
A couple of years.
A couple of years, because they had to, because...
Well, I meant shortly in the time that you were there.
They had to, because even then, the building was not really serving our purposes.
I went and made a video over the weekend of the old place.
I saw it. It was it was very heartfelt.
Crying, set to the Miley Cyrus, whatever that song was, or not Miley Cyrus, whatever the name of that girl was that sings this song, Memories song.
Right.
And it was tough. It was tough saying goodbye to that Brita water filter that would take out all the contaminants in the lead piping that led up to 45 Fisher Avenue. The stairs that once had poo falling down, flowing poo down the stairs like a waterfall.
The exit ways in which you slipped in the ice and practically cracked your head open.
The countless number of snakes and mice and all the other things that were.
It had more wildlife inside the walls than, say, the Lupa Zoo.
Well, it was like a little petting zoo. You could, I mean, if you could catch a mouse or a snake, you could pet it.
On Friday, I took the hand truck and threw away a bunch of stuff that was remaining in the closet in my office.
Were you doing hand work?
In a way,
with a hand truck.
Yes, right. I did have to lift a few things, and I threw them in the dumpster. And I had thrown some stuff before in the dumpster, and made a little video of it. And you would think that there would be some sort of nostalgia about the stuff I was throwing away, but most of the stuff that I was throwing away was stuff that is out of date, no one can use, and worthless. It would make no sense to bring that stuff here.
Yeah.
Useless. And so, it's like, you ever see like those episodes of Hoarders? Like they're people that just can't let anything go.
Yeah.
Because either they got some sort of emotional attachment, or, I worked so hard for this collection of dirty paper plates, I'd hate to get rid of it now. I didn't have that kind of sense of the things that I was throwing away.
Yeah.
Files. Old phones. I had like 4 old phone systems in that closet. What the hell am I going to do with old phones?
You could sell them. You could bring them. You can sell them online. People love that shiznit. They do. They love old stuff.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
These kids are into like the old touch-tone phones and whatnot.
There's still a lot of stuff in that office. I'm going to have to go back and finish it at some point. But now that I'm here, I can almost ignore doing it and say, do I really have to go back? It'd be like, like when you're leaving your apartment and you leave something behind, do you really want to go and
There's a couple of things over there where I got to still get.
Yeah, I'm not.
But because I wasn't even anticipating I'm moving today. This all came about. We were told last week that we were going to be in there last Monday. And then, obviously.
Well, they told us we were going to be in here on the 28th of February.
Right. So
and that
it was
didn't
like
happen.
a month ago.
Right.
I get it. There's always hiccups and things like that. But then, when you're trained to not believe somebody anymore,
right?
Like I have been for the last 3 years, I can't even believe this is real. This is just so magical now that we're in this building. I was like, I'm not going to pack any of this stuff up. We're not even moving for like another 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Probably a month. And
then all of a sudden you find out yesterday through an email, you're moving and you're going to be there tomorrow. We're like, get out of here.
Yeah.
It's still not tomorrow yet, and there's still plenty of time for you to change your mind.
The check cleared. We can move this weekend.
Yeah,
that's kind of how they went with that. But I'm interested to. I'm going to do a little tour of Longmeadow. I've never really spent a lot of time in this town.
Oh, you gotta go through all the many exciting parts of town.
What's the dress code for the Longmeadow shops? Am I have a Carhartt shirt and some work pants on? Are we?
You're gonna look like a guy who's in building maintenance.
It's probably gonna
over there.
like a guy out of place.
Yeah, but there's plenty to do at the Longmeadow shops. You could
Go to Talbot's.
You could go to Talbot's. You could get a coffee. You could buy some shoes, women's shoes. But you could also, have like Batch ice cream is over there. You go,
Batch.
That's awful. That's awful good.
Directory of the Longmeadow shops. Let's see what we got over here. Okay.
All right.
A&L Associates tax preparation. Oh, we got a tax guy right downstairs in this building.
Yeah, right.
We just met him last week, you and I did.
He seemed like a very nice man.
Ann Taylor lives there.
You know what, Steve?
I didn't know Ann Taylor lived in Longmeadow.
She doesn't live there. There's an Ann Taylor location at the Longmeadow shops.
Oh, a bank. That's something we never saw over in East Longmeadow.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss all those banks.
A Batch ice cream, as you mentioned.
The Max Burger. What's the restaurants over there that there's even new restaurants in that area.
Well, just let me go through the list. We'll
Okay,
go
go
through
ahead.
them one by one.
All right.
I know you want to get to the food portion of the program.
Of course.
But there's no food allowed in this studio at all.
There's not?
That's why my coffee is sitting over on that windowsill over there, because I am too afraid to put it next to this bougie. The old place,
Yeah, who
could
cares?
spill gallons of maple syrup down that stuff, and nobody would have cared. In here, there's going to be
That's why we got the ants.
There you go, Cuoco and Company Real Estate.
Okay.
I wonder. I haven't seen any of those signs around.
Cuoco? Oh no, she's around.
Do they got? They
got billboards,
They got
sure.
the hot chicks on the signs out in front of people's yards.
Oh yes.
Well, I'll have to go check out that Tinder site.
Yeah.
Castle Hill Financial Group.
Okay.
Of course. Cheryl Bonica, doctor.
Yep.
Chico's. I don't know what that is.
That's a clothing store.
CVS. Never
That's
heard
one of two CVS locations in Longmeadow.
Yes, there's one on Route 5 as well.
right.
Delaney's Market.
Mm-hmm.
Fleet Feet.
Buy my shoes there all the time.
Francesca's or Friends? Is it Francesca or
Francesca? Francesca.
Yeah, the tomato sauce people?
No.
Ciao, Francesco Rinaldi.
No.
right.
Even Rinaldi's isn't around here anymore.
The Gap Factory.
Yes.
The Chic Shoenique. You don't even know your Shoenique from your Shinola.
I knew the guy that used to own Shunique.
J. Crew is over there.
That's true.
J.J. Hill. I didn't realize there was that many of these things in the Longmeadow shops over here.
They're loaded with stuff.
You got Comac Law Offices, Stan and Marissa.
Okay.
Lisa Surajanatis, social worker. Lola's Tacos. Another bank.
Yep.
M&T. How many banks do you need in one place? Max Burger.
Nothing wrong with Max Burger.
McKenna and Caban.
Mm-hmm.
Oksana Salon.
Mm-hmm.
Posto.
That's a good place.
That's a food thing, too?
That's the place that was owned by the folks from the Federal.
Oh, okay. Provisions, the wine place. Starbucks.
Yes.
Never seen one of those before.
Oh, yeah, you have.
Talbot's. The Shot Shop. So if you want to get some lifts on your face, you can go over there and get poked and prodded and make you look like $1 million.
I may have to think about that.
Urgent Care of Longmeadow. Is Urgent Care of Longmeadow like? Do you get VIP treatment when you go in there?
I don't. I think you're all on the same level at that point.
Vantage Point Retail. I have no idea what that is. Verizon Wireless and Warby Parker. Who's Warby Parker?
Warby Parker, I believe, sells sunglasses.
Oh, we could use those for this studio with all the lighting in here.
We could definitely use some visors or some sort of eye protection.
So now that we mentioned all of these aforementioned businesses, I expect to see some food, clothing, hats, sunglasses, and therapy work.
Well,
as well as legal representation and tax accounting.
And we haven't even talked about some of the other places in town too.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's where it's all at.
I mean,
that's kind of like the brain center of the town.
Frankie's Pizza's delicious. We've been to Fletcher's a couple of times. I mean, there's places around. Iron Chef.
Iron Chef. I could always go for some sush. You want some sush, Bax?
I wouldn't mind some sush.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. So step it up, Longmeadow Shops. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, let's see if you play ball. Day 24 on Rock 102. 27 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Well, we got handed some rules here.
This from the building?
I guess it's from another resident of this building. I don't know who. Guy's name is Richard, apparently. We'll just call him Dick because I'm reading through these already, and I'm not liking it to begin with.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Welcome to the new Longmeadow Professional Park. For yours and our safety, we have drawn up the following rules.
Oh, Jesus.
Due to Bax's gas problem, he's not allowed to ride the Stinkavator.
To be honest, I think
that would make
it would
it
be an
smell
improvement.
Yeah, it would smell better. Nagle at no point is allowed to wander unsupervised around a building. That just seems so unsafe.
He's really not wrong about that.
Bax and Nagle are not allowed to mimic any residents' voices on there. Bax and Nagle are not allowed to mimic any residents' voices on the air. Bax and Nagle are only allowed to use the bathrooms on the third floor. There will be no odor sharing allowed. Too late. I already went down on the first floor this morning.
You tell me I can't use your bathroom. Guess what I'm doing?
Yeah. Well, I already christened all the bathrooms, including the ladies' rooms.
I haven't been in the ladies' room yet.
Yeah. I was kind of like holding it out. Like a dog. You ever see it? My dog, when I take my dog for a walk.
Yeah.
How much do they hold? They must hold on to the pee so they can mark everything.
Yeah, I mean,
he lifts his leg, and I'm like, how do you get more?
How do you do it every 5 feet? I mean, once I'm peeing, I'm committed.
Nagle is not allowed to hang out in the men's room. This is not the Holyoke Mall Macy's. Okay.
Wow, okay.
Bax is no longer allowed to pick on Bax is no longer allowed to pick on since that's our favorite recreational drug.
Okay.
All right. I don't
Sounds
even
like
know
something was omitted in that one.
Nagle is not allowed to give any more dating advice. The only hottie he has picked up is a rotisserie chicken at BJ's. I don't even think they make. Do they even do?
Oh, sure.
Do they do the rotisseries over there?
Yeah, of course.
I don't have any dating advice anyway.
No, you're the last person I'd ask for help.
What are you talking about? I told you. I'm going. I'm on that dating site, that Keller Williams, and now it's what is it? Kaylee Cuoco real estate here in Longmeadow.
Those are not dating services.
Have you seen the layouts of them?
I have.
They show you everything when you click on those.
If
links.
you're buying a house.
What do you mean buying a house? I thought you were looking at.
They're realtors.
They're describing what previous damage from the previous owner in the basement area.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't that mean?
No, that means something totally different.
Are
Steve.
you sure about that?
I'm positive.
All right. Well. Thanks. Thanks for the welcome wagon rules.
It's 8:30. News is next on Rock 102.
MetroJeep.com.
8:32 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Well, thanks, Max.
Oh, you're very welcome, Steve.
Did that automatically just get louder? Do you hear that?
No.
I can't tell if the overmodulation is just within our studio or do the people hear it when they're listening to the radio?
It would probably be just the studio because there is filters and all kinds of processing that happens.
Yeah.
But I think we're okay. I mean, I'm looking at the lights and the pretty knobs and everything, and it would seem to be fine.
All right. Well, I'm just making sure.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I mean, if it's bugging you, I'm sure with things I can just turn your microphone off.
Hey, you know what? I'll wait until somebody else says something, I guess. I'll just,
Well,
keep doing what I'm doing.
We're not the only ones who are going to be making complaints. Dan's going to have a few things to say. I'm sure Pat will probably have a couple of complaints of his own.
That's why I'm trying not to make too many complaints because I know that they're already dealing with enough already.
Yeah.
I don't need to. I'm not hard to please here.
I'm hearing from a friend of mine that neither microphone is overmodulated.
Okay. Well, that's
good.
good.
It's just in our minds.
Inner thing.
All right.
Thank you. Residents are adjusting to later sunsets and longer evenings following the start of daylight saving time. The shift, which began on Sunday, will result in extended evening daylight until early November. Is that how that works out? Yeah.
Why is this the first we're hearing about this?
22 News, I applaud you for explaining how this whole thing works.
Because, for many people who are just joining us on the planet, they probably never heard this before.
The return of daylight saving comes amid a growing national movement to end the practice of changing clocks twice a year. We're not going to get rid of it, ever. There's no. They've been arguing about this since the, no pun intended, dawn of time. It's not going to happen. We are not going to adjust this whole thing.
No.
It's just going to keep going back and forth. Although, does it seem shorter? Like the time in between? Because I think it was like November.
Mm-hmm.
December, January, February, March. Yeah, it's only 4 months. I thought it was like 6. I thought it was supposed to be like 6 and 6.
Steve, I mean, I wish I could tell you when these things are supposed to happen. I think it's the normal time.
Isn't that funny? Like something that happens every year. I still can't remember what it was like years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's part of the aging process.
Residents I was going to read that again. While 19 states have adopted laws calling for permanent daylight savings since 2018, certain regions, including Hawaii and parts of Arizona, continue to opt out of the seasonal change. Belchertown resident Ken Goodrich said the transition to daylight saving time is a welcome change that encourages outdoor activity. Goodrich, who recently participated in the 2026 Special Olympics polar plunge, noted that the shift accommodates those who finish their workdays late in the afternoon. I really like daylight savings time. I don't mind getting up early. A lot of people get out of work for 4 or 5, so it's nice to have that extra hour at the end of the day to go home and walk your dog. I'm, as much as it sucked losing the hour yesterday, I am full agreement with that guy. The idea that it's not dark and dreary at 5 o'clock or even 6 o'clock. Now it was like, I think it was like 7:20 last night that the sun finally.
This should be our standard time. This is it. This is what I think we can all operate with this.
If you grew up playing a certain board game, you may have internalized the belief that earning a 6-figure salary is the key to winning at life. Unfortunately, that doesn't guarantee the kind of wealth that translates to carefree enjoyment or financial independence. Just ask a Henry.
Henry?
A high earner who's not rich yet.
A Henry.
This is the label you could be wearing if you're making a healthy household income, say above $200,000 a year, but still feel like you're struggling to get by. High earners can stop being Henrys by following a simple path. Live below your means and invest. Do this for decades, and you can go from Henry to high net worth.
You know, I got to believe, Steve, that a very large part of our audience just blurted out some of the biggest bunch of profanities when they heard $200,000 is not going to be enough.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, because most people are not making anything close to that in their homes.
The method may be simple, but it's not easy. Henry's, I'm more of a Frank.
Yeah,
I'm not a Henry.
Yeah, let's be frank.
I'm not even a
broke.
Hank. I'm not even a Hank. I'm a Frank.
That's right.
Henrys often navigate high expenses, whether because they live in high cost of living areas or have temporary large bills for necessities like childcare. When you don't have much left over to save, the process of building wealth can feel discouraging. To stick with it, here's what you need to know. Dropping the not rich yet part of the Henry label is less about the numbers you achieve and more about the habits you form. If you have good habits, you'll probably shed the Henry moniker faster than you expected. But cultivating these two common bad habits can mean getting stuck in this phase indefinitely. And then they go into all the tips, which I'm not going to get into because I've lost interest in that.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah. How many people are making over $200,000 a year?
I'm trying to look for the per capita income.
Yeah.
In Springfield.
It's definitely not $200,000.
No, because the per capita income in Springfield is approximately $25,669 a year. Now, unless you have 10 people living in your house earning that amount of money, you're probably a long, long ways away from making the $200,000.
Yeah, probably. Long time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have 10 people living in my home, and nor would I want to have 10 people living in my home, even if it meant we could all, live high in the hog.
I thought your house was an open door. You had an open door policy.
No, it's
Anybody
not.
could stop by and
Nope.
crash. And
sometimes it seems that way.
yeah.
But no, the answer is please knock before entering.
A serial killer. Hold on. No, we don't want to do that one. That's a lengthy story. We don't have time. Ain't nobody got time for a lengthy story.
People do like serial killer stories, though.
Yeah, I got a lot of anxiety in here today because it's new.
Yeah.
And I'm out of sorts.
You don't want to break. You don't want to break anything.
I'm trying to get used to things. I'm thinking about the work that I'm going to have to do after this is over, and all that stuff. It's a little overwhelming.
It's
I'm thankful that we have this new place. Don't get me wrong about that. It's just that initial getting in here and trying to, I don't feel comfortable yet.
It's not like when you buy a new car and you got that new car smell and you really, really like it. It's not quite like that. It's really kind of like, it's like knowing you're never going to be in your own home again.
Yeah.
Even if your home was a dump. It's hard to. It's going to take some time to be thoroughly. We need to decorate.
Which is weird.
We need some stuff on the walls. Maybe like rugs. Some rugs that really bring the room together. Some lamps, some sconces. Maybe some window treatments.
I'm even getting. Some people say there's no overmodulation now on the Route 10 tire listen line. Steve, you are not. So this guy says you are not. All right. So that's guy. All right. I thought it said I was. You're not to use the new equipment that works properly. We shouldn't be working. We shouldn't.
Well, I mean, it is all new equipment. I mean, it's all fresh and right out of the box and stuff. I mean, like for example, there's no dead skin on the keyboards
yet.
It's going to happen. The microphones are clean. You don't have to scrape anything off with with a chisel.
Are these all new keyboards too?
Yeah, these are all brand new.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the lay of the land here. The office people have been here for over a month.
Yeah, but this is the first day that
we're here.
Live radio is happening in this building,
and we weren't even occupying this space until today.
That's it.
Today is the first day.
Yeah.
Where most people have been here for over a month. I kind of liked it when we were away from them.
Yeah, no, I get it. But on the other hand, I also hated the delay and the anticipation. Knowing that we were going to move after all this time.
Yeah.
After years and years of begging the company to please give us a facility that is not awful. And, to their credit, they did it.
And we only had 3 people who suffered mesothelioma from the other place.
And you know what? I'm surprised there weren't more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was no Roderick Ireland courthouse.
But it's pretty close.
But not to that extent.
No, not quite.
But I'm interested in going down the hall, checking out the new digs that we got for production studios here.
Oh, yeah.
And, yes, somebody asked if Laser 99.3 is here. Yes, the entire radio station, including Laser 99.3, moved here.
Yeah. What's funny is, and people don't really, I mean, it's probably a little inside baseball here, but all the production rooms, everything's on card tables. It's the kids' table until everything arrives and can get built out. Right now, it kind of looks like Jimmy and Billy at the kids' table during Thanksgiving dinner.
It looks like the studio at my house. That's what my house studio
right.
looks
Mine
like.
too. Same kind of tables.
I have one of those Costco folding tables that I have.
Exactly what I got.
And I also have a barber chair.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got it from Savers a couple of years ago.
A barber's chair from Savers?
$30. It was an old barber's chair
with a lift and everything.
Yeah.
How about a leather strap for the close razor shave?
It did not come with the leather strap.
I'd look for a leather strap.
But this is more of a cheaper barber chair. It's not like one of the. I would imagine the barber chairs are very heavy, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
This one's not. I think this was more of a. It's a movable thing.
I see.
So I can do it, but it's not really ideal for doing work.
That's a conversation piece.
It is a conversation piece.
People walk in there and say, "Hey, Is that a barber's chair?
I know, but anytime you and I have done a Zoom meeting, I'm leaning forward all the time because I'm trying to get in the frame of the video.
Right.
Because of the awkward barber chair.
This is really interesting.
Look at the time. Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be sunny with a high of 63. It's 33 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
To Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 8:50 and the Foo Fighters with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be a nice day today. Sunny and a high of 63. Even nicer tomorrow. Sunny and a high of 70. The rest of the week, crappy. It's going to suck. Rain and lower temperatures and maybe even some snow on Friday.
Oh, come on.
It's 33 right now in downtown Springfield.
Rock 102 is celebrating the return of an iconic duo, Bacon and Brews. Join us at the Log Cabin on Sunday, April 19th from noon to 3 for a bacon and craft beer bash that you will not want to miss. Your admission includes full spread of bacon-inspired bits and created by the Log Cabin chefs, a cash bar, a great selection of craft beers to match every taste, and live music, live local music, great food, great beer, and more. Everything you need for a perfect spring Sunday. Early bird tickets go on sale today at 10 a.m. at rock102.com. Grab yours before the price goes up. Got to be over 21 with a valid ID. Bacon and Brews presented by Curry Honda Chicopee, the Dave Miner Exterior Home Improvement, and Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock.
Let's see. You got anything? Otherwise, I got something here.
No, go ahead.
The bear on the coat of arms of Canton Burn, the Bernese coat.
Okay.
They have this patch. The bear on the arms of the Canton Burn will continue to display its red penis. The cantonal government has ruled. The direction in which the animal faces will also remain the same. The cantonal government was responding to a written question from Green parliamentarian Thomas Bronneman, who wondered whether it would not be more appropriate to depict the bear without his masculine attributes, so that the population as a whole could feel better represented. As a symbol of progress, the bear could also be moved from bottom to top and from left to right in the future, he said. The executive rejected both proposals. The bear has had a tradition that goes back at least 600 years and has been represented in this way since the 15th century. What's more, the bear has almost always run from right to left on seals and early coins. Okay. The bear has always been depicted on official government documents with a red phallus. In view of this tradition, the cantonal government believed that it was reasonable to continue to depict the bear in this way, nor did it wish to conduct an online survey on the bear's future appearance. Can you imagine that survey coming to you?
No.
Do you think we should get rid of the penis or keep the penis?
These are tough questions.
When I was in Syracuse.
Yeah. These are tough questions, but the thing that stands out in my mind is, why is the penis so red?
Well, I mean,
could he see a specialist? Is there some sort of balm or salve he could use?
Maybe it's like a reflection of the bear's activities. You know, if you're rubbing all day long, or you're out doing bear stuff in the woods.
Well, see, that's what I'm worried about. The bear
chafing?
stuff.
The chafing?
I mean, going after picnic baskets is one thing, but I mean, what kind of sexually transmitted bear diseases are we talking about here?
It doesn't even, like, I wouldn't even have said that was a phallic symbol. It looks almost like a little claw because the rest of it's a bear, like, with his tongue sticking out, like kind of like he's walking through the woods or whatever, and he's got all these claws, and then there happens to be one of those same exact claws that are red.
Right.
In his area, if you will, the bear area.
And this has been, a part of their culture.
600 years.
600 years.
Yeah, some guy goes, maybe we need to remove the penis.
You've had 600 years to decide this. Why didn't you do this 600 years ago?
I don't know.
People weren't comfortable looking at bear penises back then. So now's not the time to do it. Now you remove the penis, now you're going to have everybody talking about the emasculated, bear. Nobody wants that.
The penisless bear.
Right. You're going to talk about like the toxic bear masculinity at this point? Please. That should have been a conversation for 600 years ago.
Yeah. Leave the bear's penis alone.
Yeah.
Just we don't want your whatever gender fluid bear patch.
We should be trying together as a society to embrace bear gender positivity.
Yeah.
I see no problem with that.
He's proud of his bear penis.
Why wouldn't he be? It's part of his identity.
I wish I had a bear penis.
Your penis should probably never be bare.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if I was going to get one from somebody,
Yeah, no, I get it.
it would be a bear.
I'd want it protected.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
absolutely.
got to be careful with those things.
Yeah, I'm really glad we had this conversation.
It's the first day, Steve. I don't know why anybody thinks we were here for a quality program. We never said the show was going to get better because we happened to move.
We started with uncertainty and we ended the main portion of the show with bear penis talk, and I'm very proud of that.
On day one.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about that.
Yes, there is. It's a milestone.
It's 8:56 on Rock 102.